Hi everyone. I hope everybody's doing great today. Just wanted to come up here and just kind of like give you some I mean, you can say advice. And I always knew what I wanted to be when I was growing up, so I always took in my life I always took steps towards achieving my dream. By any means, I'm trying to say, when I get to the point that I want to get, because you're always learning, so there's not really just one point where you're like, okay, I got it. I don't think I'll ever say that I'm a self-made person, because if I need God just to breathe, imagine me even saying, I'm a self-made person. But you guys know my story. I'm not going to repeat myself. I try to glorify God with my gifts and talents. But I wanted to come up here and tell you guys about, when you're an entrepreneur, you have to be so careful what you listen to. A lot of people out there who are pretty much not doing anything with their life, or who had a dream and never went for it, they're really, they really want to discourage you from doing stuff. They make it like, when you tell them what you do, they want to make it seem like it's so impossible. They also want to look at you and be like why, like they'll look at you, like I will say to people, oh, I'm having a fashion show so and so. They're like, why? Like, why here? I told you guys what people used to say to me, why here in Denver, why this, why the other? And you wonder why people will say something like that. Yeah, somebody else will come along and try to do the same thing, and they get their approval like that. And here's what I came to know, is that some people, they will never see you as the person that you are, because they don't think you deserve to go after big dreams. They put you in buckets, you come from whatever, and you don't look like you make enough. So you can tell them up and down, this is what I do, and they will look at you and will question everything. Just somebody else will come along and try to do the same thing, and they'll see them, and they'll make sure that everybody else sees that in them. But for you, they move you aside. I hope it's hard to call them haters. It's almost like people are so quick to put they have a perception of who should be doing what. So when you come with big dreams, I always look at you, me being an immigrant here in this country, and it can get to that fine line when it's like they will believe it for somebody else, but not for somebody like you. Like, who are you to even like try to do that? Yes, somebody else will come along and they'll be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do that because she's doing it, and we'll believe her more. And that's that's fine. At the end of the day, I hope that everybody who's an entrepreneur is not doing things for people. I learned a lot when it came to that, because a lot of my fashion shows, I don't get that many people, especially when it's just me showing my line. And I learned that I don't do it for people, I remember I did a fashion show and not a lot of people came, and I was thinking, it's not even really for people. Like I said, I'm trying to glorify God. So I picture all the seats filled with like angels. And I'm like, I know they're here, and God is always with me, and the Holy Spirit and the Father. So I always say, they're here. So I have more than enough. But I just wanted to give you a message about that, because it can get very discouraging. I can't even talk. Discouraging when you're starting out and you want people to believe you right away. Like, why do I have to convince you, But just by looking at you, they'll be like, okay, whatever. Like, you will never ever do that. And you just have to keep going. If anything I can say to people, I'm not saying I made it and I'm at the point where whatever, but you have to have filters when you're talking to people. Certain people will immediately cut you out because you're not in that bucket where they expect you to be. I've seen that happen many times in my life, but like I said again, I don't do this for people, I do it for God. And God is the one making everything possible. So I'm just gonna keep doing it, because it's not about them. It's not about me either. It's about God, like I was saying in the other video. So I just wanted to give you that advice today.